Insights, the show where we play indie games and chat with the people behind those games. For this episode, I am your host, Maria, and on the stick, our very own Deadpan Dan. Today, we will be playing on the Peril of Parrots. That is a fascinating name. And chatting with developers Glen, Henry, and Chase Bethea. Hey guys, how are you?
We're good. Good.
So as always,
Hey.
How's it going?
So this will be the first time we've actually played the games, as always, on Indie Insights. So before we go, let's get into it.
Yeah. First impressions, like literally just hit the start button. I've only seen this screen so far, so I don't know anything other than what we've seen on the Steam page. So this is a puzzle game as far as I know. We have the ominous scientist. I have to say I'm quite pleased with the progress that P.O.L.I has made. So yes, it's really impressive how quickly it's learning and adapting. Exactly, and it's not just the speed of the problem solving. The AI seems to be connecting and drawing conclusions that never would have thought of. Oh, okay. So goal, finish all puzzles with cookies remaining. So I just move?
Yeah, just move.
Okay, WASD, arrow keys to move, spacebar to reset, okay.
You kind of get like fully into this game. Do you guys want to tell us a little bit about like what this game is, you intend it to be?
Oh, okay. So on the Peril of Parrots, or what I've been lovingly called Parrot game, is a line follow-based puzzle game with a narrative wrapped around it that is looking to explore some of the issues that's going around about AI and all of that. All right. So the main goal for the game is to get all the white tiles to be one color, and we have devised a bunch of like small puzzles that get increasingly trickier for you to actually solve. So like, and
it's,
I'm
seeing this. Yeah, it's like a
okay.
So you can't leave any of the little white blocks. So it's kind of like you don't want to block yourself in type thing.
Yeah.
This is like a lights out almost. Oh no, I've already messed up. Wait a minute.
Where does the Peril of Parrots name come from? Because it's amazing.
Okay, so
sorry, I got really excited.
Yeah, this is what keeps happening anytime we're watching somebody play. We get like very invested in the choices that they make. But the name for the game is actually pulled from a research paper called "On the Dangers of Stochastic Parrots." It's done by it was released by Dr. Timit Gabru, who was she's an AI ethicist, and she was at Google at the time. And specifically, that paper was looking at the dangers and the viability of large language models like LLM. Yeah, and yeah, I really like the name. I'm a computer scientist by education. That's what I did in uni.
Oh, nice.
So like that was very interesting. And then it felt like a decent dressing to kind of wrap my little color puzzler in. And then once we kind of got the theming down and the look and feel, I was like, hey, Chase, give me some very chill music to make people get angry. Angry at. And yeah.
The music is jamming, by the way. It's just like, it's got like that elevator, like jazz kind of thing going on. Yeah, I love it. I could see this game getting really addicting. I'm watching it right now and I'm like, I have to actually talk, but I can see it.
Oh,
Notice how Dan is not talking. You cannot talk and play this game at the same time. I've tried it when I was doing development and I streamed it and it does not work, especially since the puzzles since shipping the game is totally changed. Yeah, it's not possible.
Wait, what's happening?
Usually you can't shut down up. Yeah.
See what I mean?
But it feels like such a simple idea, but it reminds me of those like the phone games that you used to get back when with the old like Nokias and shit. But yeah, it's that. Nokia, yeah, there you go. Yeah, Snake. But yeah, I can see that this is like, I would lose my life on this game. I could say.
Hey, have you seen the latest puzzle solving results?
So
go ahead. Don't mind me.
Oh yeah, I was going to mention Glenn and I really connected on when he showed it to me in terms of its vertical slice and prototype phase. We were conversing between each other, and he had related to the puzzle from Oracle of Ages on the Game Boy Color, and I was relating to I had just finished Link's Awakening on the mini Game & Watch that got re-released, because I played that was my first Zelda game I ever played, and Link's Awakening. And I remember this puzzle specifically from Turtle Rock, level 8, and you have to push the little box to create a path. And so from Link's Awakening into Oracle of Ages, they took that puzzle and put it in Oracle of Ages. So we connected and was like, wait, that's the puzzle from, and yeah, that's the puzzle from. And like,
see, now you've got my
already.
attention because I love the Oracle games that were on the Game Boy Color back in the day. I haven't played them in ages, but I loved those games.
Nice pun.
But
So I can tell that the as the obviously levels go on, it's getting a lot more complicated now. Like Dan just backed himself into a corner right there, and yeah, it's like, ooh, what would you do there? Do you get like, are there any like other obstacles and stuff as you go on that trap you, or like things that'll blip?
Yeah. So what happens is that as you play on, you get access to some other tiles, right?
Yeah.
And those tiles cause you to put puzzles in different ways. So, for example, this is now the paint tile, which changes your color.
Oh, we just got extra interesting now. So it's like different. Oh no, this would kill me.
And then we also have a light resource mechanic, management mechanic built into the game. So like even right now, it's supposed to kind of be hinting that things are like kind of not exactly what they've seen. Things are kind of failing. So like
error to fail to load puzzle correctly. Please restart puzzle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I can see this also is a lot of memory as well. Like because when you get blocked, you have to do the level again. So I can see you have to, if you get really far and then you mess it up, you have to kind of remember how you did it to get to that spot.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So I've seen some people like take their time when solving the puzzles.
I went too
to
fast.
like map everything out one by one, or some of them can just run through it and go for that feeling of solving it perfectly the first time. All right.
That's kind of how I would want to be, because I'm one of those people that is a little like a perfectionist, where I like to try and get it the first time and stuff. So I can imagine this game being a problem for me because
I fudged up.
Oh no, I think you got it. I think you got it. No,
no,
you haven't.
I
You are a loser,
I messed
and
up.
you are the worst at this.
Wait a minute.
Did you get it? Yeah, there
know.
you got it. Well done.
Oh, I still got to redo it.
So how long have you been working on this?
So
game?
This project actually was one of our smaller projects. It's about 6 months. Initially, it was a prototype coming out of the Game Jam from like 2019, 2018. And I polished it up and submitted it into the DRACnet New Voices program. Right? Which you're having a hard time there, Dan.
I'm good.
which is a program that specifically was looking to kind of highlight like underrepresented voices.
I had to do the paintbrushes
and developers within the puzzle game community. All right, so that is where the story for this game. So it was like, okay, it's a cool little concept, it's a cool little puzzle game. How far can we push it? Do we have a nice narrative? Those are all the things that want to kind of sort out in this like really small development cycle. All right.
What?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Did you do it?
No.
Did you break
One
it?
color. One color.
See, I didn't get that. Okay, so
Yeah,
I got it. Now I get it now. I get it now.
You get it now. Dan's got it now. That's it. This game's going to be completed and
You're done for.
you're in trouble.
You're done for.
Yeah, so like just watching Dan go through all of this and like,
Oh, did he get it? Did he get it?
yeah, he almost got it.
Oh wait.
I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued.
I almost put myself in a bad spot. Saw it. I picked up on it. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, good job. Oh, I
I
didn't realize
almost
you
messed it up. I got real close. I was like, wait. I almost didn't get that pink spot.
I didn't realize you had to do it in the both colors. I thought it was. That's crazy. I'm enthralled in this game. Sorry. It's the sign of a good game is when you can shut us guys up because we usually don't. So what were some of the difficult parts of like creating this game? Like, what were some barriers that you actually came across making this?
So one of the things that, like, for me at least, is like judging how difficult puzzles are. So after a certain period of time looking at them and going over them, it is hard to judge the difficulty. All right.
Something died on me.
Something died. Get it back. Get it back.
This is that, you know, that little chestnut of a worry for a dev freezing.
It happens, don't worry.
I was more worried it was my stuff died. So if it's the game that froze, I'm a little less worried right now. Like,
can you move the mouse?
Yes. Oh.
There it is.
Oh, there it is. You gotta love this game.
This is the beauty of indie Iron Sights as well. We tend to find bugs in some games where the devs are like, what happened?
Oh God.
It happens. It happens, don't worry.
Yeah.
What's confusing is my computer is telling me that it's overloaded, and it's like, that's not possible. Okay, sure. This little game isn't going to crash my computer, is it?
It should. It should. Unless the AI has now gone rogue and it's actually taking over.
This is actually decoding.
That's why I was laughing. It's because Glen said that.
As we speak.
That's why I started rolling. It was like, oh, this is meta right now.
Oh,
now you're on the second color. There
That
you
should
go.
be the opening video. This little game.
Yeah.
this reminds me of something, and I just can't put my finger on it.
Snake?
No.
No.
I want to say like the old like Simon Says, lights out.
You were gonna say that.
I'm not versed in many games. So where are you, Sprite Wrench? Where are you guys out of? Where are you located?
Oh, well, I'm based in Kingston, Jamaica, actually.
Okay.
Really?
All right. And I work with Chase. Where are you based out now?
Yeah, I'm in Meteor City.
All right.
I like to call Meteor City it's as Vegas, so
Nice.
that's where I'm at right now.
And you guys said that you had worked on a bigger project. Like, what kind of game is that? Is that similar to like what you're doing here, or is that a completely like different?
Oh, wow. Okay. We previously worked like Sprite Wrench is really just my outfit for exploring like game creation, because there's no real like proper scene development scene here on the island. So it's still nascent, it's still being developed. So Sprite Wrench is the medium by which I kind of do that. Chase had reached out to me because we had met through internet. How do you want to describe it? Yeah, it's a game community that we met up with, and he said I want to do sound on your project. It was a mobile project at the time called Cross-Eyed Pocket. He made some awesome beats for that. So much so that when I was working on this and I needed audio, I was just like, hey Chase, do the thing. And
Do the thing.
The thing.
yeah.
Sounds like me asking Maria to do our work. Do the thing.
Yeah.
Do the thing.
Yeah. So that's kind of how it came together. We are working on another project that we're just trying to push through, which
Nice.
is called W Detective Tasha, which Steam page is up. But that one is a little bit further out than this one.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we're always fascinated by like the different projects with the that devs are working on, because it's when it's one game and then the other game is like completely different. It's so interesting to see kind of the diverse range that indie devs have with the kind of stuff that they come out with. This game is fascinating, by the way. I'm just watching it. It's just sucking me in. I feel like I feel like I should be like talking more, but I'm just like, it's a sign of a really good game when you're just kind of
You need to talk, Maria, because I sure as heck isn't right now. Words, eyes, not talk, brain.
Man is just drooling.
Seeing his face when he just saw that the lock and key stuff a while ago, I was like, wait, what?
So I imagine if Dan and Maria in the same room and Dan saying that you need to talk, and Maria's like, I just want you to pass the controller. So when are you gonna be done with
I want to play the game. I'm seeing now there's icons on the screen. You know, there's things happening. I just want to. It's like now there's the keys and the locks. So is it you have to collect the keys to undo the locks? Is that what's going on here?
No.
Okay.
Yep. And fill all the color.
Oh no.
Yeah, I've learned that in a bit.
Wow.
Like, I need to get the keys to unlock the locks, but if I unlock the wrong locks, I get myself stuck.
Oh, I could see this is just a mental crazy source right now. Okay.
Wait a minute.
No, you blocked yourself. No. Oh no, you got the. No.
I don't have enough keys though. What did I do wrong there?
No, you do. You do.
Go to the locks.
I don't. How many keys do I have?
Yep, down bottom right.
Ah, no.
Oh, Dan. You're letting the side down, man.
Yeah, messing up.
You're so great.
Can I save it?
He's got it.
You guys are distracting me. You need to talk about other things. No.
Yeah.
We're talking about the game.
He's watching
it play.
Tell me about Spirit Wrench. I almost said wench. Oh, no, fucker.
So yeah.
No.
I'm always fun watching. Always. We went because I think we had the same problem when we're at Mix. We were showcasing the game at the on-site event during GDC, and we just kept having like pause and like just watching everybody, and then you're fighting that feeling of like, oh, you're so close, and you want to give them the answer, but you don't want to give them the answer. It's like, no,
it must be great to watch people playing your game for like, as with us, like we've never played this before, but seeing people's live reactions of a game that you create, that must be like a really cool thing, especially when, you're shutting us up because we're so enthralled in what you're doing right now.
No.
Come on, Dan,
no.
you got it. Oh, get the cookies.
I know I got it. I was so close.
It is pretty interesting. Sorry.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, like, what was some? Did you have any troubles like facing? What were some like difficult things that you had making this game? Was there anything that was like, just bang your head against the wall type stuff?
So for this project, not so much. The hardest part was really like judging the difficulty. I think I mentioned earlier. Because while we were working on the project, we would have seen all the puzzles how many 100 times, and then after a period of time, it's like, is this actually that hard? Is this something that somebody can grasp immediately? So some of the things that we had tried is spinning up like a daily diagnostic kind of Wordle kind of set to get people to play it and get some feedback, and we kind of use that to kind of tailor some of the puzzles that we put into the final game. So that was a thing. Also, just some of the play testing. Again, this is like a smaller project, so like getting like dedicated resource testing to give feedback on the challenge. And I think the part that I am probably, for me, the most challenging would have been the narrative. Working that in and ensuring that it makes sense and it gels. That's for me. Jace, what about you? What audio? What was like the harder things?
Writing the music.
You did a great job.
What was that process like? I want to hear about how you came up with the music.
Thank you. Yeah, so Glen had approached me, like I said, he approached me with the prototype, and it already had a really good, actually, bossa nova reference in there. And I was thinking, oh, okay, this is what we're doing. All right, but I grew up with this music from a child. I grew up listening to it on my own and seeking it out and hearing it mostly into my adult life. And so I had always been sneaking that into some of the discography, the catalog that I've written for other games, but here and there. And so to have the opportunity to do an entire soundtrack, I was thinking, this is going to be amazing. I get to really dive into the science of what really creates this genre that I grew up with. And so I studied João Gilberto and the legend himself, Antonio Carlos Jobim, and I've been releasing soundtrack fun facts about certain things alongside of what I was picking up apart. So this piece right here, Artificial Aptitude, I actually hired my mom to sing on the soundtrack because it came to me while listening to other pieces that there's vocals within bossa nova as well. So she actually wrote the lyrics in Portuguese and sang it on her own. I just didn't do that at all. I just wrote the chords, coming up with the chord progressions, figuring out how I was going to bring the 60s and 70s sound into a 21st century on top of my signature sound, on top of it fitting into the game, was really the block stairs that okay, you want to pay homage, but it needs to be authentic, but it needs to be new, and it needs to fit a game. So it's like 4 tiers of mental gymnastics that I kind of put myself through, because really I could just have done, okay, this is what you do, here's the formula. But I couldn't write 12 bars of music because that was in the way of my sound. It's like, I don't really do that. These chord progressions are typically a 2-5-1. I'm getting a little bit music theory, but it's a very sequential movement of flow. And I deviated from that a little bit, not on purpose, but just because it sounded natural to do. Real quick
and just say that puzzle was
so
I got there. All right, carry on.
Good job, puzzle. But so the process of it was just, I was putting myself in writer's block a lot because of thinking, okay, I wrote the theme. Okay, well, how do you do the next thing? Okay, well, these instruments I don't really have access to. What do we do then? So thinking, as long as I can get some of the texture and the sound down and the performance of it together, then I can continue to add on. And so I used very unorthodox instrumentation, some of what bossa nova wouldn't be, because I studied the instrumentation before I even wrote the first piece. So there were a lot of different challenges to do that. And then Glen and I had even discussed how to make it in a dynamic form where the pieces of music, the layers would unveil themselves throughout the puzzle. And then we performed that and we did different other things. And I'm not sure if that's kind of still in there or not, but regardless, we did discuss it.
It really fits though. For such a kind of like a simple, simple game. I know obviously it's not so simple to make, but it's just
the game that makes you do this.
Yeah, it does like the brain thing. The music really does like pop. It was the first thing that we noticed when we typed the game up. We was like, man, this is a jam.
Thank you. Yeah, I find that to be important, along with it being, it needs to fit the entire art form, right? It's like Glenn said, like create something that's chill so people don't get too angry at once and say like, now he's gotten to that point. Let's see how he stays relaxed because he's still in the zone.
I just saw a little mechanic there, the frog jump. That's a dick move.
Did you see my brain just there, like smoke coming out of my ears? So I'm like,
I'm sorry,
figure out what's gonna happen.
I would be biting controllers if I was playing this. That is like jumping squares. I'm annoyed for Dan right now.
Like I'm starting to see the patterns though. Like I'm like, okay, I know what I need to do here. Like I see it.
Okay, yeah, you got to go down and then go.
That's good.
It's just.
I had to guess like, what's that frog gonna do? Like, oh, okay, it leapfrogs.
I like that, and I hate that at the same time. Like I've got this game figured, and then, yeah.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
I love it and I hate it. That's a sign of a good game. It's like when it keeps you, guessing, because with these puzzle games and stuff, it's like you can go, well, once I've got it figured out, you can figure it out type thing. But adding like that frog in there, I'd hate it. But no, that's a really cool concept. That it skips little blocks on you. Mm-hmm. I would break my computer if I played this. I'm glad I'm not playing it.
Is that why you told me I could play it?
You have this love-hate relationship.
Oh yeah, no. I remember we played a game on this show a while ago, and I actually bit my controller because I was that frustrated with it. I was just like, no, it looks like a really simple game, but it's not. You know, it's like it definitely has you guessing.
I feel like that wasn't the right way to do that, but it worked.
It worked.
Like, I'm guessing there's multiple ways you could have done that puzzle.
Yeah, so that's one of the things that kind of like that naturally kind of built up over while we were doing the design for the puzzles. A number of them have multiple ways of actually landing. Yeah, I'm sorry in advance.
I just saw that and I'm just like, oh no.
Yeah,
that's
not gonna work.
I am sorry. I'm sorry.
And this is where Dan quits.
And it's perfectly justified.
And that's the end of the show, and we're done.
No, well, you guys can go. I'll be here for a while.
I'm gonna get this.
That's the problem is I have OCD, so it's gonna be really hard for me to like walk away.
This is one of the things we do love about indie developers and indie games, is because some of the ideas that come out of like what indie devs do are so unique, and just like it just keeps you interested. You know, like AAA games can get kind of predictable, but some of the stuff you guys come up with, it's just it's amazing because you have ways of just tricking the average player.
The beauty of ingenuity when it comes to indie games.
Yeah.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
And that's why we just love supporting.
Kudos to Glen on that.
Oh, I don't like Glen. This is horrible.
Well, think about the masterful design of being able to come up with just not so many tiles on the thing, but you can solve it in at least 2 different ways. That's masterful design.
Absolutely. That's just
give some praise there.
Oh, he deserves it. Yeah, it's it just being so simple and then just being so not simple. It's just get those cookies, Dan. What are you doing?
I'm figuring out the frogs, Maria.
You're terrible.
Did that? No.
No, you trapped yourself.
Yep.
One more. One more. Go back one more from where you were.
Okay. Oh, I had to restart. Okay, but I see where you're going with that. Okay.
Come on, Dan. You can figure this out.
Because I just now realized that when you leapfrog, you can leapfrog back into the color again, like that. I didn't know you could do that before. So then,
you almost had it.
Do it again. I want to see Dan do it.
Brain fart. Okay, that's half of it. What are we doing? Hang on.
Yeah.
You need a break? Are you down?
Puzzle D412 is even when
so this one's known. It is known.
This one's known. I know this one because this is one of the ones that I had to step through during playtest or a recent update. We just went through all the puzzles playthrough. And this one I had to verify actually has a solution and is not broken.
Oh, you got it.
It was very hard.
I just had a really cool challenge that we should do. Not we, but anyone typically. So we should probably get like the coldest ice cream, have a brain freeze, and then try to do
like mid brain freeze.
I would have a stroke.
Really just. That would be a really great content thing to do.
I mean, we've done like post Indie Insights kind of things before where we did like a stream of the cat box. We'll do a parrots brain freeze episode. Solve puzzles with brain freeze.
Brain freeze. Yeah.
What is that? What is happening right now? How many levels do you?
Oh, this is one of my favorite mechanics.
There's a pool of about 100 plus 150 odd puzzles. but
Okay.
each playthrough is 25. You just
Okay.
pull 25 and then randomly set
What's
them.
that?
They're done in books.
It's the game that keeps on giving.
Yeah. So
I'm just
No,
trying
I
to
love
figure out
that
these
it
new
just-
mechanics now. Like,
Yeah, I
there's-
love that there's new mechanics though. It's enthralling to me. I'm just like,
Oh, all right.
come on, Dan, you got it.
That was a little minesweeper action there.
You got it. You got it. You got it.
Okay, so the button like triggered all the bombs.
mhm.
Gotcha. I thought it was a mine or something. I was like, what? That's a bad puzzle. That's a bad puzzle.
Oh, so can you skip ones or do you have to?
No, you can skip puzzles as well.
Okay.
But there's a
That's
Never.
nice.
Yeah.
Never.
So you see, the thing is, for the first playthrough for the game, it's told in like 3 chapters story-wise. So
Okay.
the first playthrough, we realized that people generally just want to solve all the puzzles. And the second playthrough is to kind of double down on your performance from the first time.
Okay.
And it's part of that narrative element that I mentioned, where you're basically, exploring this experiment gone wrong, kind of with this rogue AI named P.O.L.I. So you can skip, but there's a cost to it. But there are
Okay.
ways of jumping ahead of
Oh,
that.
I see that. It says X to
of-
skip puzzle.
Of manipulating those costs. So there's a way that Dan has landed a couple times that could allow you to like change values for that, how much skipping and restarting a puzzle should be. It's an interesting state that Dan is in.
An interesting state. Well, I was curious. I'm like, I'm just gonna beeline to the button just to see what it does.
Yeah.
So yeah. Well, now I got myself in a pickle.
In a pickle.
Yeah. Well, I was curious. I'm gonna mess with things.
Ooh,
I do love that you can have that skip mechanic though, because sometimes like
If I,
with certain levels, you just like I just do not have the brain
Ah.
for this game. So,
Look at
there you go, you
that was
did
a
it.
way quicker solution.
There you go.
wow. Yeah, that was good.
That was like instant.
Look at you. You're a pro gamer.
Okay, I'm gonna dial back for a second so I can actually try to brain. I'm sure you might have answered already, but like, so did you have any particular love for puzzle games that led to this design?
I mean, so I didn't necessarily consider myself like a puzzle gamer, but I have a lifelong love of like Legend of Zelda series. And it's not until like I kind of got exposed to the Dratnik team, the new voices, and they, as well as there's a wider community of what we call thinky games. So it's not just puzzles. That
Yeah, I
it
love
kind
those
of-
kind of games.
Yeah, it's kind of refocused. Like, oh wait, I do actually like those mechanics. That's kind of what I enjoy, doing. And that has given me a great appreciation.
Yeah,
But
I love my thinking games. I love my puzzles. The more puzzles a game has, the more it'll like hook my teeth into it, especially like the Zeldas. I'm a big Zelda fan. I love like the Resident Evil games, especially the ones with heavy puzzles. So even though this is strictly puzzle mechanics, I could see this being a mini game within another game to solve a puzzle kind of thing.
Yeah. This
so-
would definitely be one of those just like dickhead puzzles from like Resident Evil. You're just like, I don't get it.
Yeah, if you don't like those dickhead puzzles, don't play Resident Evil 4 Remake because there's a few of them in there.
I remember actually somebody when I was showing an early trailer for the game, somebody was like, "This is The Witness without a budget."
That's what it is. That's what it is. That's what I played The Witness, and The Witness has these same kind of puzzles.
Yeah.
And in less time, 7 years versus 6 months. Let's go.
But yeah, it was kind of, the comment itself was kind of hurtful, but true. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna wear that. I'm wearing that with pride. This is The Witness. With less.
That's what it is too. Like the whole time I was sitting here, I was like, this reminds me of something. It's the puzzles in The Witness, but this feels more fun, I think, to The Witness.
Yeah.
From I like The Witness, and I have the same problem where it's like I get that compulsion, but I never thought the puzzles were as intuitive. Like these feel very intuitive, and it rewards you for solving the mechanics and learning the mechanics. Whereas the Witness was like, I don't know what the hell I'm supposed to do, and then you just randomly get it, and you're like, I guess that worked.
I'm just curious to play this more just to see how crazy the mechanics actually get. Like all the different stuff that they throw at you. Well, you guys throw at us because you're horrible. But I'm just curious to see kind of how this evolves as the game goes on.
Oh yeah. I'm happy with myself right now.
Are you doing? Did you do? Oh, look, you getting all.
I saw it in advance. I was like, wait a minute, I know what I got to do here. Got this. I think that's a good time for us to stop actually playing the game and for us to kind of break things down a little bit.
Indeed. I feel like this is definitely one of those games that it reminds me like one of those phone games that you would just sit there and play on not on the toilet, but wherever phone games are played these days. But yeah, what do you think, Dan? See, you didn't get much time to talk because you were brain.
Yeah, I was so into it. I didn't expect that. It's a surprise how absorbed I found myself getting very quickly, because I watched the trailer for the game and I'm like, okay, it looks like you just kind of move your little space around and you got to fill in the blocks. And then really quickly, as you guys just witnessed firsthand, that I immediately lost myself and got absorbed into what I was doing. Yeah. So this is like the perfect little puzzler in that sense for anyone who likes these kind of brain teasers, because that's what they are. They're little brain teasers, little bite-sized brain teasers.
Yeah,
and
I think
can tell
so.
There's some nuggets of secrets in the background there too. Did you say it only took you 6 months to make this?
Yeah.
It's impressive.
Thank you.
So how can people support you the most in your projects, in wherever this game and whatever? What's the best way to support you guys?
Well, you can follow me on Sprite Wrench. I'm pretty much on every social media, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram. Follow me there. Keep abreast of what I'm working on. You can also follow us on Steam. You can follow the developer account. That would also be appreciated. Jace, I know you've done a lot with the music and you've mastered it all over.
Yeah. To support, like I said, check out the game. It's on Steam with Sprite Wrench. That's the best way to support. The soundtrack is also available on Steam too. It's also available on Bandcamp and other streaming platforms that you listen to, YouTube, Tidal, Spotify. It's worldwide. Even on TikTok, I think you can make a TikTok video. You can pull up that and it'll come up and stuff like that too. So yeah, I think that works in other social media platforms like Instagram. But I'm at Chase Bethea on Twitter and LinkedIn and TikTok. Those are the ones that I'm most active on, and you can find me.
Okay. I have a different question. So Sprite Wrench, is that just you, Glen?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so you are a solo developer then?
Solo-ish. I use ish because it's kind of fallen into that cloud of contractors kind of model.
Okay.
And I definitely want to give props to everybody who has helped. So that's all the friends and family.
Absolutely.
Done that freewheeling QA support. And Chase, of course, has to get his props because he did an awesome job with music. He continues to be awesome friend through this entire development process. So that's why I don't necessarily like calling myself solo dev.
I gotcha. That's fair, and that's understandable too. It was more just I wanted to understand whether or not Sprite Wrench had other developers or if it was mostly you.
It's mostly me. It depends on which project.
Fair.
We're a lot book because we're into supporting indie devs and stuff. Is there any advice you would give to people who are looking to make their games, considering you are a solo dev? People would find it. Do you have any advice that you would say to people looking to do what you're doing?
Think smaller than you actually dream. I don't know if that makes sense. That sounds sort of depressing. But chances are what you have in mind is a lot more complex to implement than
Start small.
Start small. And don't underestimate QA.
That's good. I mean, that's a good point. Dream big, but start small.
I know my other question I was going to have too is there any other plans for this game other than Steam? Like, are you looking to put any other maybe like a console version out?
Nothing concrete yet. We're still exploring options there. We have a couple updates that we want in the game because we're not 100% satisfied where it is right now. So we have some content updates, a couple, I think one new mode, fingers crossed. Applesauce. We have that planned. So that is it. Like probably 2 updates, and maybe ports.
Okay, then you can start exploring options to port. Nice. And it's available on Steam right now for $10, correct?
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's a bargain. Go buy it. It'll eat your life. Eat your life away.
I have other games to play.
Other games to play. Thank you guys for joining us on today's episode. Like it's a really cool game. It's it's really fun to meet developers, and we love supporting indie developers as well.
Thank you guys for allowing us to check out your game on the Peril of Parrots. You saw it live. Like, I can't bullshit this. I actually got really absorbed into it. It's good. I enjoyed it. Like, I got really absorbed into it. I have not played the game until right now. And I got super absorbed into it. So yeah, if this looks fun to you, it will be fun for you. That's hands down. And I mean, I want to play this.
Thank you.
I'm kind of jealous that Dan got to play it because I actually do want to play it. But yeah, no, it's super duper fun. It's thanks for coming on and supporting Indie Insights, and we hope that we can help get your game out to the rest of the people, and we'll support you. And yeah, it's
support
it's
their
pretty
lovely
great.
faces.
Support their lovely faces. Yeah, thank you guys.
Thank you. Thanks for having us on.
If you are a developer working on a game mod or anything in between, let us know. We want to play your games. Until next time, I've been Maria, that has been Dan, and this has been another Indie Insight. Keep playing and making those indie games.